Hey friends and church family, Pastor Jay here with a preview of what's coming our way this Sunday as we now dive into Matthew chapter 26. You know, it reminds me of something that happened to me when I was in the third grade, and I know we're reaching way back into the archives, into the 1970s, into the heart of the Jesus movement of the time. And part of the Jesus movement was churches would send out buses, school buses, literally all over the city to just pick people up who wanted to come to church. And there were a lot of people who did. And my sisters and I were part of that. Even though my family wasn't a Jesus-following, believing family, my parents, for some inexplicable reason, when the church bus came by in that season, put us on it, including me. And we would ride this church bus to this church across town, this Christian church. It took about 45 minutes. Sometimes we'd sing songs or do silly games or whatever, depending on who was driving the bus, and we eventually got to the church. And I remember as a third grader getting off the bus and going to this church and being in the church service, and there was this thing called communion. And there was these little cups of juice and these little pieces of bread, and there was all this talk about blood and death and sacrifice, and the juice was always a little sour and the cracker kind of tasted gross, and I just never really understood what it was about. And I bet that's true for some of you. Because Matthew 26, what we'll focus on this Sunday, is all about the Lord's Supper. This is the last night before Jesus is to go to his death. And he is going to change a 1,500-year-old tradition and actually not change it, but focus it and show that he's the fulfillment of it. And what we're talking about is the Lord's Supper. So you ever wondered why there's so much emphasis, so much talk in Christianity about blood and death and sacrifice and Jesus and his body? And well, that's where we're going to go this Sunday. We're going to look at what this actually means. And once again, this isn't just a story. You're going to discover, as I have along the way, that this is your story. So we hope to see you on Sunday at 8:45 or 10:45 in person, at 2 p.m. in the afternoons for our Spanish service in person, or all those same times on social media. But we look forward to seeing you then.